What's up, adventurers, and welcome back to the Heroes of Twilight, where we're going to make our predictions for E3. Our setup is going to be we're going to have 2 probable predictions, 2 hopefuls, and then 1 wishful that both Damon and I wish to see. Damon, how are you doing today?
Oh, not too bad. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Glad it's almost the end of the week.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
And I can't believe that E3 is less than a month away.
Dude, it came up so quick.
Yeah, it's been this year's just been flying by. It's ridiculous. So without further ado, let's jump in. So, Damon, what's your first probable prediction?
My probable prediction is going to be Astral Chain. I'm hoping that they have a demo for the game and they really shed some light on the story for the game. I'm really hoping we get like a deep dive just of it because they've been promoting it so much. They just dive right in and give us something that we can kind of chew on for a bit. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I know they've been doing a lot of demos for a lot of their games, so I would actually expect that at some point for Astral Chain to come out. Going back with the characters, though, from what we can tell so far, the character designs that they've shown seem a little bit generic to the point where, do you think we're going to get customizable characters?
You know, I don't think we're going to get customizable characters. Just because I know the artist who did it. We've talked about this before, that it's going to be that guy who did the Zetman manga. And I feel like he's going to make them plain characters, you know. Either you can pick a male or female protagonist. But I am kind of fine with that just because, like I said, I love his art so much. So
okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, my first prediction is we're definitely going to get more Animal Crossing information. Hopefully we get a release date, some gameplay, and in-game footage. And I think it would be a great idea if Nintendo based their booth off of Animal Crossing. Because I just can picture like their entire showcase having like each different Animal Crossing house, and each house would represent a game that they're trying to showcase at E3. And I think that would be an awesome way to show off everything.
That would be a really cool way to show off everything. And Animal Crossing fans of the world would be crying, I'm sure.
Yeah, tears of joy for sure. Just as much as we were when they showcased Breath of the Wild back in 2015.
Yeah, it's going to be on that level, I can imagine. For my second prediction, I'm going to say Fire Emblem. It's coming out soon. I hope they show off more of the story, just because we kind of have a basic feel for main characters. But I really hope that they show like a possible intro of a villain, or some more characters that you can interact with. Just because I think they need to fill it out a bit more for people who aren't quite sold on the school setting.
Yeah, I think. It's just funny how people just relate to this as Hogwarts, pretty much. But I definitely am interested to see if they can go a deeper dive into the story, if they can show off more of the conflict, either between the houses or any external forces and what's going on with the current cast that we know of. I know I'm excited for it. I can't wait to pick that up later on. It's definitely on my list.
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up regardless, but I really want to... right now it seems like you said, Hogwarts, and there's no sense of urgency.
So my second probable prediction is a new Monolith Soft IP game. We know for almost a year now, they've been on a hiring frenzy. I think they're at 230 the last time I checked, employees, making it, I think, the largest second studio for Nintendo. Yeah. And with that, like, rumors keep swirling around about a new IP coming out. Pixelpar on Twitter has been probably the biggest one pushing for it. And according to him, it's going to be a medieval setting that's going to use Unreal Engine 4. And a big focus that they've been looking for is staff with online and social game experience. So, and with that, I'm very excited to see what happens. Like, I actually really like the medieval setting, big Game of Thrones fan, and Lord of the Rings, so I can't wait to see what they show.
Yeah, you already know my hopes for it, but we can kind of get into that later, because that's later on my list.
All right, so what's your first hopeful?
My first hopeful, is actually Town. They announced it last year, and we have gotten nothing on it at all. So I would be satisfied with any info at all that they had.
Especially with that being a Game Freak title, and that was announced before Pokemon Sword and Shield. We probably know more about Sword and Shield than we do about Town.
Oh yeah, way more. And they said it was coming in 2019, but at this point, I'm kind of looking at it as a possible 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that gorgeous art style. I'm excited to see more of that too later on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right, so my first hopeful is to see some Bayonetta 3 information. I know Hideki Kamiya may have hinted at it on Twitter, I think earlier this week. We all know he likes to have some fun online, so who knows if he's trolling or not. But I'd like to see if we can get some gameplay of that, or even just like an in-game engine shot.
Yeah, you know, at this point, he's trolled so many times between like all of the games that, you know, he's hinted at and said was going to appear in a magazine, that, you know, this is the one time that it actually does appear, and everybody's going to be like, what?
I mean, we've last seen the game about a year and a half ago at the 2017 Video Game Awards.
Yeah.
So if it was similar timing-wise to what the original Metroid Prime 4 development was, where people were expecting to see game footage of that a year and a half after it was announced at 2017 E3, we're right around that point where we might see something.
Yeah. Yeah, I really hope, you know, he's not just trolling hard and this actually comes to fruition and, you know, we see something about it. But for my my next hopeful, I would really love to see more gameplay and a release date for Link's Awakening. I think I could speak for us both when I say that we're excited for the game and want this game right now.
Oh yeah, the art style is just so adorable. I can't wait to get it, and I think I'm more excited for maybe my girlfriend to possibly get in. Mm-hmm. Because she was into Breath of the Wild, but it was a little bit too hard for her. Mm-hmm. But this game looks like it could fit right in her wheelhouse and get her started with Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people who've played the original Link's Awakening, and I played it a long time ago, but I know that this is a fan favorite for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Right, so my second hopeful is that we get to see Skyward Sword in HD. Out of all the Zelda games that we've gotten on the home console, I honestly think Skyward Sword deserves the biggest chance for a remastered. Mostly because, one, that game probably had the best story plot in all the Zelda games. Mm-hmm. And it definitely deserves the most attention to try to rework, because there were some gimmicks and issues with the gameplay for that really alienated a lot of people from playing and getting into it. But everyone needs a chance to play this game. It was so heartwarming. The interaction between Link and Zelda was probably the best out of any other game. And I just really want to get a second chance to play this in HD for the first time.
Yeah, I definitely think that game deserves a lot of love. And because of the controls and, you know, some of the issues that it had, it didn't quite reach the peaks that it could have. And if they do release it, which, you know, is a really big hopeful on you, I think it'll do, you know, 10 times better than it did on the Wii.
Well, my hopeful for this is not as big as my big wish later on, but we'll see.
Your big wish. All right. So getting into the wishful, and this is kind of referring back to your Monolith soft tile. I really, really hope that is a Zelda game that they release. And can you imagine, like, and you know, he even mentioned some of the online aspects. Like, can you imagine like an online Zelda game, like something like an Elder Scrolls or something, where you could pick your race and you're not necessarily like Link. Like, but they make, you know, pick your race and you get to choose what you are, and then it's like an open world MMO. Like, that would be ridiculously crazy. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, who would have thought the big Zelda fan channel would ask for a lot of Zelda and E3? but I digress. Yeah, it'd just be really cool if Monolith Soft did come out with a Zelda game. They did work on Breath of the Wild to help with their open world aspect. And we've seen how well they do with their large and expansive RPGs. That it would be incredible to see what they could do with Zelda.
Yeah, I definitely think so too.
So my big wishful thinking is for Xenoblade Chronicles X port to come to the Switch.
And here it is.
Yeah, this is the big one. I know Xenoblade probably has like a stigma. That franchise probably has like a slight little stigma of being like really niche franchise. Not many people play it, but this game was probably the best looking game on the Wii U. It had the most gorgeous open world I've ever seen. Each different area was better looking than the previous one you traveled through. And I think I said before in another video that there were moments literally I just stood in the middle of an area and just looked around and just appreciated the artwork that these developers had. And it being a Xenoblade game, it required a lot of time to get through. I think my first playthrough took about 120 hours to get through. And having that portability would definitely allow a lot more people to get into it and complete that game.
Phew. Like, as soon as you had said 120 hours, I was like, I have not played the game, but, you know, that's a lot of content.
It was so much content. Well, a lot of grinding, too.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for a lot of content. I love when games, you know, can dive right in and, you know, you have things to do for that long. And, you know,
I think that's one of the strengths of Monolith Soft is being able to provide that content in their games.
Yeah. I would actually, you know, I have Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I haven't played it. And I would love to play it, but, you know, I don't feel like dusting off my Wii U. So that's the only reason why I haven't played it. But every single time you talk about it, I'm like, oh man, I really hope it comes to the Switch, not just for him, but so I can play it finally.
Well, with the online mode, we could play together, so I can help you out.
Oh man, that'd be so awesome. But I think that's all the time we have. Any last thoughts on the E3 this year, Sean?
Can't come any sooner.
Can't come any sooner. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us on our E3 discussion video. I hope you enjoyed it. We hope that you would comment any predictions you have or any thoughts you'd like to see in the future. If you'd like to subscribe to our content, leave a like button down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.